What do you get when you put two Minnesotans and a guy from Wisconsin together? Twist. The Week in Sports Talk. Get ready for some sports chatter, where there's sure to be laughing, arguing, and maybe even crying. Now, here are your hosts, Mike Reeves, Matt Benz, and Greg Green Bay Bauman.
Well, it says we're live.
Know.
Episode 85, according to GBG, but in all reality, what episode is it, Greg?
We're going to go with 84.
Straight cash, homie.
Yeah, we're going to go 84.
Think it's not. Welcome.
I
man.
honestly thought that when Mike was doing his little whining yesterday,
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought that he said 85, so I was mistaken. Why don't you tell the story?
Yeah. So the reason why it's episode 84 of Mike's World. Yeah.
News to me. Yeah,
Here we
I
go.
just typed it in here a couple minutes ago.
So 2 days ago, Mike decided to message us in our group chat and says, "Hey boys, if you guys can come up with an episode title, let me know."
That's not what I said.
Let me know. And we both
Verify,
saw it.
Greg.
We both saw it. We both saw that message. And to me, when I see something like that, first of all, I was honored because Mike
That's
has
true.
done 83 episodes. Never once has he ever asked for an episode title. So I was like, wow, I need to sleep on this. I need to give some thought.
The exact
Let's hear it.
message
Go to the
was,
record. The record reflects.
let
Yes.
me know if you guys have an episode title. Otherwise, I will think of something.
Yep.
Let me know.
Yep.
Not do
Perfect.
you. Just hey.
Sounds good. Let me know. So
And
I'm thinking, as was Greg, because I verified with him, I'm like, oh, we got to put some thought into this. I'm going to think about it tomorrow morning. I'm going to show up and we're going to spitfire and Mike's going to start typing and he's going to go, "Hey, boys, you guys come up with an episode title or no?" Well, that's not how it went down.
No.
Because about an hour after Mike asked us, he proceeds to reply, "No episode title, no
Yeah.
problem. I'll do it like always."
Yeah. And now keep in mind, the one thing that you're missing is about an hour after Mike posted that, Matt posted no words, no nothing, just two pictures of him at the gym,
Yep.
which to me says, hey, I'm busy right now. Give me a
Getting
minute.
it in.
Yeah.
Getting it in.
Which I posted right after. Picture me at the gym.
That's good.
I'm
so I figured
doing
we were
some
on the
cardio.
same page.
Yeah,
you
doing
know?
some cardio.
The same page of the book. So I proceed to snap back at Mikey a little
Little bit.
yesterday, and I fucking,
Oh, you
gave him a swift, when you pop the knuckle out and you I gave him that verbally. I said, "Mikey, listen. You want to create some more work for yourself."
Yeah, I didn't know if I was gonna have to come down south and help get you off your freaking soapbox. though
Man.
you were a little high.
Damn, I had to.
We played. You played the I have a wife that I want to hang
I
out
got
with
a wife,
card.
baby.
Yeah, I got
I
you
got
got
shit going on. Well, I get it all the time.
I give up an
I get
hour
it all
a
the time.
month to hang out with my wife.
yeah.
That's
I get
enough
it all
work.
the time though with these motherfuckers that think they are special because they got children, aka pets. These pets that they walk around with leashes. Not you, Greggy. I know you're running a tight ship, and I know Mikey is as well. But you guys hear it all the time too.
Yeah.
I got kids. I can't go to the gym. I got kids. I got 3 kids in 17 sports. I can't lift a dumbbell. You know who you are. You hear that?
See, I have a solution to the problem though, because I'm solutions driven.
Oh, solutions provider. That's what I called myself when I used to con people into signing up for DirecTV. I'm
Or
a
so-
solutions
or
provider,
selling
yeah.
magazines.
Yeah.
So Thursday, I texted Daily Defense, call him for all of
Double
your.
D. He's
yeah.
in court. Yeah.
So I texted him the 6 games that we're doing for
Thursday.
I did this on Thursday,
Good.
and with the lines, like I
Yeah.
do every time, getting the lines, getting the things, and I actually said underneath, no hurry. I just need this before 8 a.m. on Saturday.
And then,
When did he give it to me?
hold up. And then this morning, I texted the group chat.
And you
And I
asked
said,
if I got.
Greggy, just making sure we got Daly's picks for this week.
Yep.
Then Mike responds, called him yesterday.
No, I texted him and it said red, but never a text
Crickets.
back.
But however, in John's defense, John got it back to me
Daily
within
defense.
4 hours.
Okay.
4 hours, because I know the way.
You got him?
Got the picks from him.
He said,
Oh,
yep.
I thought you said yep as in like
No, yep, I got him.
Yeah.
John fucking slept through it again.
No. See,
Oh,
here's the thing. This is
all right.
so. My solution is
Praise be.
everyone needs to Greg explain things to people.
Yeah.
I gave him the lines and told them the deadline.
Yeah.
So what did he do? I know him well enough to know that he looked at it, read it, and said,
I got
I
4
can either
hours.
do this right
I'm
now
gonna forget.
or I'm going to forget, and then they're going to be calling me 8 a.m. on Saturday
Good for
morning.
you, John. I'm proud of you, brother. I thought you had fucked
So
up
if
again.
Mike would have just said, hey, did anyone have a show title? Think about it and bring it to the show. That would have avoided all of that. Or if
Oh,
Mike would
see.
have said,
Yep.
I need an answer within an
Yep.
hour.
Mike created a loophole.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what's gonna happen when Layla comes home at 3:00 in the morning one day in high school. And you're gonna say, "Baby girl, I told you to be home by
Yeah.
your curfew," and she's gonna go, "Daddy, I'm your favorite."
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: is I threw out some fucking kibbles and bits for you assholes, and you didn't fucking nibble. So here's the thing: guess what?
You don't
You're
fish. You
never,
don't fish. Don't nibble.
you're never gonna have an opportunity.
I got one in.
You did today,
Mikey's World.
yeah. So you could rag on me.
Lounging.
So from
All
now
right.
on, you're cut out,
Yep.
and that's that. So it's been a while since,
I'm
since
okay with
we've
that.
been back.
That's all right.
We've gone through 2 holidays since
Oh,
our last
yeah.
show,
Yeah.
and I'm dying.
Well, it's New Year's on holiday.
Yeah.
You got the day off.
New Year's is a holiday. New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, but I'm dying to hear about the game, Greg. Greggy went to the Vikes pack.
Yeah.
Vikes pack.
I'm gonna
White out.
Sunday night football.
White out
We
at the
originally
bank.
we were gonna go as a foursome, him and his
Double
boy,
date.
me and my daughter.
Yep.
Soon as Kirky Cousins went down, I called my daughter and said, "We're out."
Yeah.
I'm not which thank God,
Yeah, I'm glad. you
because
didn't
if I would have gone, she'd have witnessed Dad drunk again.
Yep. Yep.
But
Maggie, it must have
for-
been like the Super
For
Bowl.
a Packer fan, I can only imagine. So why don't you just let us know?
So last year, I took Connor to the Packers Jets game at
Yep.
Lambeau. So he got to experience
The porta
Lambeau.
potty. Yep.
And so when I took him this one, it was
Luxurious.
He cared more about that game than he cared about Santa for the next 10 years.
God, he's a good kid.
We went to the game, and first of all, he did the face paint. We got him face painted.
Blackface.
Nope.
Okay.
No, Becky put the it looked like he had a Packer helmet on his face.
You look good.
He looked, and
Yeah,
then
we
we
saw.
spray painted the head, all that stuff. Love jersey, blah blah blah. I wore the green and gold kilt with the green and gold Argyle socks. Cheesehead did the whole Hulk Hogan, Fu Manchu color.
Boxers, briefs, whitey tighties.
I had on cargo
Shorts?
shorts because I need the
You need
pockets.
the pockets.
Yeah, I'm a dad.
Genius.
But so anyway, what was funny was I'm probably on 100 different people's Facebook, timelines just by taking pictures. And people come up, can I take my picture with you? It was fun.
Because you're kook. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
here's the thing: it was the best experience for me to watch Connor
Yes.
at a Packer game at an away stadium.
Yes.
Because I told him, I'm like, you're gonna find your high five, buddy. And he's like, what are you talking about? Just wait.
Yep.
Yep.
First time Packers do something good, all the other Packer fans are high fiving the 12-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
It was the time of his life. And the cool part about it was I had him all like ready for the fact that we were going to be spending midnight in a car getting home.
Yeah.
And then the game was such a blowout, we were home by 11:05.
Right.
Oh, I'm sure.
It took me 20 minutes to get home. It
Yeah.
was awesome. So it was great.
Ma!
It was great.
Meatloaf.
There he is, Big Dom in the background. Shout out. Oh,
You're
we're
late.
good. We're here. You're all right.
Hour
You're
and
all right.
16 minutes late.
That's
Don.
all right.
It'll
I'm just glad I
reflect,
got to see you.
it'll reflect in your pay, Mike
That's
said.
it.
So
Yeah.
so that was great. But
Good.
what I want to ask you, since the season ended, we all listen to different podcasts, sports talk radio, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. I have figured out about why the Packers have different success with the quarterback position than any other team. It's because, so 2 of the funniest movies of all time, Ted,
I gotta
unrealistic.
I got to remain calm.
Ted,
yeah, you're
unrealistic
good.
story about a talking teddy bear, blah, blah, blah.
Hold
The
on,
other
pause.
movies-
No, let him go. Let him
Nope,
go. Let
I'm
him get
not.
it out.
Did you watch the show yet?
What show?
Ted.
Oh, no. That's on our to-do list. We
That's
have to
a
watch.
show now. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I watched it last night.
It's funny, isn't it?
Oh my god, it's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Is it the
Yeah.
Peter Griffin voice still?
It is.
Oh,
So it's
Seth MacFarlane.
it's a prequel.
Yeah.
So it's when Mark Wahlberg was a boy, and then it's like 1993.
Everything's
Yeah.
a
So I'll
fucking
let you go. It
origin.
was on my thing to talk
Everything's
about.
a damn origin story these days.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
it's
It's
all, yeah.
it's great,
Yeah.
and it's on Peacock.
Yeah. And I got Peacock.
So there you go.
So-
Keep going.
So speaking
The-
for the
the-
Packers,
The other
yeah.
funniest movie of all time that correlates to this
Yeah.
is so unrealistic.
Wedding
The
Crashers.
Nope. The name of the movie is called Draft Day. It's the funniest comedy you'll ever see because nothing in it's realistic.
Yeah.
Here's the reason why Packers have success at the quarterback position that other teams have.
Here we go.
They don't have an owner. They don't have an emotional person who wants to put Bryce Young on the field or, whoever on the field. Every decision the Packers make from an executive standpoint is made out of logic. We are going to take a hit for a couple of years by having this guy warm up, whereas no other teams can do that. If you were to ask a fan base of any other team and break it down, why are we not successful? It comes down to one thing: the owner. And the Packers don't have an owner, so they don't have an emotional connection to an investment.
I thought you were the owner.
Well, I am one of the owners, but we all. So anyway,
What? Hold on, though. We all what? Because that's what I want to know more about as like an ownership. No. I'm curious. This is not a shot. This is not a shot. I'm wondering.
It's a fan-based passion.
No, I know, but I don't know the answer to this question, so that's what I'm asking you. So when you get the piece of paper that says, you're part owner.
Yep.
Okay. And then you guys go to your owners meeting, which is just a big party at Lambeau, right?
With preseason game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who do they do like a poll?
No.
Are they sending out questionnaires?
No.
So what is the owners? How do they have any say?
How much say do you have if you have Walmart stock? Here it is. You pay money. You pay
I
money.
understand that.
You
but
pay
there's
money
a majority shareholder that has the majority of the say. So if you all have the
Packers are owned by the city, and if they ever sell the VFW in Ashwaubenon,
so who's calling the shots? Who's
the executive board? Mark Murphy and the rest of the boys.
Yeah, they have a board.
Yeah. So those guys are the owners.
Yeah, but they're employees. They didn't spend $3 billion to buy the Packers. They're in a position.
They can be fired.
They can be fired
Absolutely.
for the decisions that they're making for the franchise.
Exactly.
So it's the same thing as having an owner.
No, it's not.
No, the owner doesn't get fired. He owns it.
The owner is going to make every decision, just like in draft day, just like in all these other things where it's like, I want my guy on the field. He's the kid I never had. They make emotional decisions.
The owner right now of the New York Giants is putting his foot down with Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Whether the GM does it or not, but you're dangling keys.
Sure,
you want your job?
Exactly.
You want your job? This is my team. So you're right. The Packers don't have that. But let's pump the brakes on the success of the quarterback position.
Holy shit.
You guys are going to get blown out.
You got in only because Kirk got hurt. Tell me you didn't. So you made the playoffs this year and you're calling your quarterback success.
Would Justin Jefferson have still gotten hurt? Yes.
We would have made it without him.
It doesn't matter. We almost made it with them hurt. Justin Jefferson was 1,000-yard receiver, and he missed 8 games.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't just Kirk.
But what do you mean? What do you mean?
It was
Justin
just Kirk. We almost made the playoffs without Kirk.
We were a completely different team.
Yeah. So would every other team have been different. Every team played differently.
Okay, but I'm not saying that. I get that. Yeah. Injuries happen. But you're saying that your quarterback was successful this year with 8 wins because the fucking division fell apart.
You can make that argument for every other team.
Yeah, but I'm not arguing that my quarterback is good. You literally told me 2 years ago that Kirk Cousins was dog shit, and now you're putting Jordan Love on some pedestal?
No, I'm saying that.
Whoa.
I'm saying that the quarterback of the NFC
that you've had continued success.
That they're saying was the top efficiency quarterback from weeks 11 through 18.
But we already went over who they played.
It doesn't
dog shit. Yeah, it does. It does. If you're successful against bad teams, but when you play against a good team,
name me a team that they beat that was dog shit, like you just said.
The Vikings.
What's that?
The Vikings at home.
Okay, the Vikings.
Shambles.
But
okay.
You asked him to name me a team.
Who else? There's 5 of the 6 games we went over it.
But they were playing against you. You even said they're playing against NFL teams. Okay, I get
that. I totally get that. All of them are competitive.
I'm saying is that you go from Favre to Rodgers to Love, and right now the one thing that I told you guys, both of you guys, is the only thing the Packers need to have happen this season is have an answer at quarterback. Either it's going to be Love, or we have to go in the draft and get someone new.
And I agree with you there.
And that question was answered.
I agree with that. Yes.
So they have a quarterback for the foreseeable future, unless something happens. They're in a better position quarterback-wise than at least 3/4 of the league.
That's
Is he-
debatable.
For
That's
the
a
next-
stretch. But I'm saying, I get it. You got a franchise
I'm not
quarterback.
saying he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Well, that's
See,
how it
what you
sounded.
said.
That's
No,
how it
that's-
sounded.
that's
Your
what it
post,
sounded.
your
I'm saying-
post on
that's what it
Facebook
sounded.
earlier this week
Yep.
He's
was
in a-
referencing that.
He's
We
in a
got
band.
it. We got it.
We got our guy for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Are you?
I'm not
That's
saying-
crazy.
I'm not saying he's going to be a Hall of Famer. I'm saying that we have the position right now, unless an injury happens or unless, whatever, something unforeseen
Yep.
happens. We have the guy right now who, with the way he's playing right now,
Would you die for him?
well, no, I wouldn't die for Rodgers or Favre either.
I'd die for
All I'm
JJ.
saying is,
Well,
I
you're
get-
an idiot
you're
because
right.
he's got no one throwing him the ball.
Doesn't matter. He could throw himself the ball. He's Justin Jefferson.
no,
So
he
you-
can't. That's proven that too.
Yeah.
And I get that.
But
I
you're
understand
happy
where
with
you're
your
coming
quarterback position
Right now,
moving
yeah.
forward.
Yes, for the unless,
that's
like I
good.
said, unless something happens that's unforeseeable, he breaks or he gets an ACL and can't come back from it, loses his stuff, something like that.
I don't think he was the surprise of the year for the Packers. I think it was the depth at receiver and
Well,
tight end.
Sure.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
Musgrave was hurt most.
It doesn't matter. Depth
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
tight end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They drafted
I
Tucker
remember-
Kraft,
Yeah.
who I liked better.
Hold on. And I remember earlier in the year, I pulled a rookie card, Tucker Kraft, and I remember going, and I said, Greggy, who the fuck is Tucker Kraft? And you go, huh? And then he pops off, and he's the real deal. And that's the beautiful thing.
For somebody being in
That's
Dynasty,
beautiful.
both of you should know who Tucker Kraft
Nah, we got other things going on, Mikey. Mikey's world. But I agree with you, Greg. It's frustrating, but also when you bring up a guy like Bryce Young, yes, he's small. But once again, we don't know what these college quarterbacks can do when they sit behind Hall of Famers for fucking 3 years, 4 years, and they get to just learn, just in practice alone, the speed of the NFL. You see all of these guys come from Alabama's, Clemson's, Georgia's, all these QBs with fucking state-of-the-art facilities, all of the best recruits, and they're playing on the Globetrotters of college football. And then they get taken by shitty teams because the shitty teams have the good picks, and they take these franchise QBs and they go, here you go, buddy. And they throw them to the wolves with no offensive line. Adam Thielen as a wide receiver number 1.
And
You
why?
know, all
why
of this
1,000-yard receiver.
bullshit.
I agree with you 100%. But why do they do that? Because the freaking
They don't have
owner
a
says,
choice.
"I want a shiny
Yeah.
new toy
That's what I'm
to
saying.
show my fan base."
That's what I'm saying.
And
But that doesn't make these quarterbacks bad. It makes them put into bad situations
Exactly.
and it ruins their image.
Exactly.
And then the fans
Yeah, the
are
Bryce
out.
Young story.
But you
isn't
keep bringing
done
up
being
Bryce
written.
Young
I
and
bring
how
up-
he's bad.
I bring up Bryce Young because you can't take a quarterback who's as big as a junior in high school to play against to play
You
on
can.
to
Kyler
play
Murray.
on a team
Kyler Murray.
to play on a team that doesn't have an offensive line. You're setting them up for
You gotta
you're
get a
setting them up for
quarterback
failure.
at
You
some
gotta
point,
take him.
then you build
you're
around
saying
him.
You got to take your guy. You got to draft a quarterback every year if you don't have one.
Okay, I've said that before
But I
too.
agree.
Yeah.
We're not far off.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
I'm saying that when
throw a little bit of we got a fucking horseshoe up our ass. Just say that. As a franchise, you do. Because you got a bunch of drunken Scotties.
what does drunken Scotty have anything to do with the Packers?
Because when the Vikings go over to
Everything.
Lambeau, you get treated like dog shit.
no, you
when
don't.
You and your
No, you don't.
Come on.
No, the Packers are known for being the best.
Have you been to Lambeau?
Them and the Steelers are known for being the best away teams for fans
Not
to
the
come in.
Vikings?
What's that?
Not the
I'm
Vikings?
not saying they're not.
So
Why
the
does that have to be
season, the
black or
thing
white?
with Lambeau is their season ticket holders. This is how it was explained to me when I went. There's 2 different Lambeau fans.
Yep.
When I went, it wasn't like Philly, but they were not. I got in 3 fights after the game unprovoked by me, which was wild back then because
Sure.
I provoked everything. We beat them by a field goal from your old kicker at the end of the game. So drunken Scotties do play a big part when you say Green Bay Packers because they were
No,
drunk at the
Matt
end.
was referencing decisions the franchise makes.
Because the owners take responsibility for the achievements of the franchise when they don't do anything but pound fucking cans of brewski.
no one seriously, no Packers
Yes, they
fans
do,
say-
Greggy.
No, they don't.
Bullshit. Come on. You can't say that. You can't tell me that people don't post pictures of their ownership like, here we go. And then when any
It's
Vikings
called
say anything,
sarcasm, for God's sakes. People in Green Bay, Ashwaubenon, Green Bay, Sheboygan, don't think that they have they don't have a say in who the Packers are going to take in the first round this year. You got to be fucking crazy to think that.
Yeah,
They're
they don't.
joking around. It's sarcasm.
I'm telling you
It's
that
fun. If you were an owner, Greg's got a piece of
Yeah.
paper. I'm an owner. If I
There
had
are,
a piece
though.
of paper saying I was the owner of Vikings, I would be talking shit all the
There
time,
are, though.
knowing that I
There
have no
are.
say
Yeah.
in the franchise.
Well,
There aren't any
there
that
are.
truly believe that they have a say.
The
Come on.
ownership of the Packers is no different than Mike being part of the VWO. It's
Sure.
something you can say, look, I'm this much of a fan.
Right.
I'm an elite
I get
level
what you-
fan.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's a great.
I'm just
comparison.
saying that we can't go and say that Jordan Love is the third now successful quarterback for the Green Bay Packers yet. And there's hope.
you
And
do have
you
a
even
starting
know there's
quarterback.
hope. He's been playing hot. And don't get me wrong, I don't think any Pack feel that they're going to win the first round, and that's fine because we all know that any of the other wild card teams probably would have just squealed in by the luck of their shit. You know what I mean? Because nobody really is full strength. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wild card wise. So it's like, I get it, but I just can't. I don't think it's there yet.
He doesn't get me hard,
No, but at the same
mostly because of his
Yeah.
colors. But he doesn't have that, and I think he's played more than fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
I need a little, Kirk Cousins. I love him, and I think he's a good quarterback. He doesn't get me hard either.
But see,
Sure.
the thing is with Kirk though, is even if he wouldn't have been hurt, and if let's say you guys make the playoffs, let's say you win the division,
Sure.
make the playoffs, you
And
would
he wins
still-
MVP.
It's not, no, he wasn't. He
What
wasn't
do you
going to win
mean?
it. He wasn't going to win MVP.
Huh?
You think that he was going
What
to
do you mean?
Lamar Jackson or
Yeah, he wasn't going to win over Lamar.
You don't know that though, because when the race is
I
tight, we don't know what happens going down the stretch. He was in the conversation. He was in the conversation.
He was in the conversation
Purdy
the
would've-
year before
so
too.
so was Tua, so was Josh Allen.
Sure,
And
but all those
so
guys
Jalen
flopped.
Hurts for most of the year.
Yeah, and look at that.
So
collapse.
the only difference between Kirk Cousins is Kirk Cousins did not have to play 17 games to prove he was deserving because he got hurt. The rest of the players that we just mentioned did have to play 17 games, and like
Sure.
Jalen Hurts got hurt, so they fell out of the race.
But you literally said he was an MVP.
I don't think that Kirk Cousins has the ability to ever be an MVP when you're playing in a league with Josh Allen, with Lamar Jackson, with McCaffrey.
You need to put up
Look at what
ungodly
happened.
Yes.
historical numbers if you're Kirk Cousins.
Yes.
Or you're not winning it.
Look at what happened.
sorry.
I mean,
to
that's
the
like
Vikings.
Tyreek Hill.
What happened to the Vikings when he gets hurt? And yes, that's going to happen if Lamar gets hurt. But that puts him. You got. It's okay. We're speaking on hypotheticals. It's all right. Just like it's okay.
But see, my
all
point
right.
was, even if Kirk would have had a great year, you win the division,
Yes.
you guys would be going into April right now still thinking to yourself, what are we going to do at the quarterback position going forward?
Sure.
Because of his age, not because of his ability,
Yeah.
because of his age, which is a problem, which is a situation that the Packers, as of right now, based on everything I just said,
Yeah.
don't have to worry about.
Hey, welcome.
I can get that. Welcome home.
Get your
There you
wallet
go.
out. Get ready to spend.
It's happy Saturday, Boys Town. Saturdays for the boys. I get you, Greg.
Get a
I think it's
5%
more
discount.
frustrating, honestly, for me, just because I see the fucking the way it's
Which-
gone my whole life.
which
It's
is why
Brett, and it's not your fault. It's just as a Vikings fan looking in.
Every
I
Vikings
want
fan
my
wants
fucking
them to
time.
fail.
I want my fucking
We
time.
don't want a third in a row.
Oh yeah,
for-
but see, at the
Yeah,
same time,
I just
it
want
goes back to
one.
my original point, which was the Vikings finally have to show some fucking balls and take
They
a quarterback
tried, though.
and take. I heard about that, but I heard about the Anthony
Even the
Richardson
year
thing.
before, Justin Fields.
Justin
They
Fields.
tried.
Well, you
They
gotta
tried.
you gotta do it.
But I'm glad they didn't.
So
So would you
here's-
trade 5 first?
Here's a scenario for you.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know me. I
Yeah.
need my quarterback.
Yeah,
black
right?
quarterback. Yeah.
Well, I
Mostly.
need my quarterback. It can be white with some flair.
cornrows. Yeah, white cornrows.
All right. So I don't see us at 11 being able to. There's 3 top guys, in my opinion.
Sure.
Okay.
I love it. I love
So-
it.
Who are your top three? Mays.
May is
Caleb?
2, Caleb is 1, Jaden is
Okay.
probably 3.
Okay.
I like Jaden better than May, but I think May
Yeah.
is a beast.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
truly do.
yeah.
So those are my top 3.
Okay.
Penix makes me nervous. I don't
Oh,
want
yeah.
him. A lot of people love him. I don't.
Yep.
There's a quarterback out there who is going to be the biggest transfer portal guy on the block. Entered the draft.
Mhm.
Second round pick, in my opinion. And I literally watched tape on him,
Mm-hmm.
and he's phenomenal, and he is who I want at quarterback.
Who's that?
Cam Ward,
Oh, okay.
Washington State.
Yeah, I've heard good things about him.
He moves like Vic. He's got a cannon. He's everything I want.
Mhm.
and I don't think we need to spend a first on him.
Sure.
So I think you could solidify your defensive edge with 11.
Or corner. Yeah. You can go a lot of
You
ways.
go
with the
defense at
to keep
11.
Flo, and you say, Flo, you get your first round pick. Take whoever you want.
You know, maybe you even come back into the end of the first to get him to get that 5th year option. But I'm a big fan, and we'll see
I
as
like it.
But see, in that scenario, then do you keep Kirk for 2 years, let him sit?
Oh, you better know
Yes.
that before the draft.
Well,
gotta
that's what I'm
fucking
saying.
have-
You
yeah.
sign him.
Oh,
sign
yeah.
him to a 2-year
Oh,
with
yeah.
a 2nd year non-guaranteed.
Yes.
Sure.
So
Front
you got
load
him
it.
locked in. You front load it. You got
Yep.
him locked in for a year because
Yep.
I think that's all it takes for him.
Yeah.
For
you can-
Cam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I don't
think-
throw him in right away.
And I think that I know that we got all hot
Oh, that's fine.
earlier.
That's
It's
good.
fine. My
Yeah.
point is, I think that Jordan Love would have gone through the rookie, growing pains and all that
Oh, yeah.
after 1 year. I think a quarterback,
Sure.
like you're talking about,
Yep.
he has to sit for 1 year.
At
Anything
least.
after that's a bonus.
Yes.
But if anything less than that, you're failing your quarterback.
Yes.
You're
Right.
failing your asset.
Correct.
Which is why I think that the Vikings were smart. You do exactly what Mike said, which is you get Kirk 1 guaranteed, 2nd
Yeah.
instead of Rain. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or wrap them up for 2.
And no,
it doesn't
but then,
matter.
but then make them compete in year 2.
Sure.
Because
Yeah, where you can
Sure.
cut them and not get destroyed by
Yes.
the money. But I just want, rather than they've done with, these late 3rd round flyers
Yep.
on a BYU Mormon,
Purdue.
just to me, Cam's got that swag.
Well,
He's
there's
got the
other
speed.
names
He's got
too.
the arm.
well, okay, there's 3 quarterbacks
Yeah.
in the past 20 years that are why teams like the Vikings and a lot of other teams did that.
Yep.
Drew Brees, Russell Wilson, and Tom Brady.
Right.
They
Yep.
were late. They were 3rd+ round picks, and everyone's like, "Oh, I can find my diamond in the rough."
Well,
You know
now
how many
look.
examples there are of that not working out
But
every
but-
other time.
Right.
But now you bring not only that, but you think about draft classes in a whole. How many draft classes have 2 quarterbacks that actually made a solid franchise quarterback career?
That's
It's
just,
tough.
yeah, that's just it.
There's usually one.
yeah, and when you look at Andrew Luck and RG3,
Yeah.
take away the fact that Luck got hurt and then retired. RG3 was a bust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luck,
Oh, yeah.
Even if Luck would have been,
A couple years
Even
ago.
a couple years
Zach
ago.
Wilson, Mac
Trey
Jones.
Lance,
You know,
Yeah.
you had T-Law pop.
Telon Fields out of that.
but see, the thing is, I
Even
think
Fields.
a lot of that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
still.
A lot of this, when you have a guy like Caleb Williams, that for 2 years everyone's saying
Sure.
he's the real deal, he's the best thing since Peyton Manning, John Elway, all that stuff. What you want to do, what I think that people instinctively want to do, is find that number 2 to compare him to.
Sure.
So that's
Oh,
why.
yeah,
So that's why
comps
Drake Mays.
ruin
That's
guys.
why he
Yeah.
jumped
Right.
up so fast.
Yes.
And now, because it's been solidified this entire year that Mays is number 2, now they want to find a number 3 and a number 4.
Well,
That's why
yeah.
Penix is getting all the run right now.
Yeah.
And that's why you have everyone on ESPN right now talking about how it's been so long since Penix's injury at Indiana that you don't have to consider him an injury-prone quarterback anymore because they want to boost
the
him.
hype trains.
Yes.
And then you're going to get the smear campaigns from the guys that have later picks, their franchises. You think there is misinformation for everything in this world. And you don't think that there's going to be smear campaigns for Caleb. You don't think there was more hype because those teams want a guy like that to fall down.
Right.
They need it. That's the whole shift and the shuffle.
Oh, like, did you guys see, like, they were talking like Caleb Williams wants assurances
Yes.
from the
That
Bears
they're going to trade out.
that they're going to trade out before he enters the draft.
Yeah.
I guarantee you,
He's not going to the Bears.
I also guarantee you that wasn't posted by Caleb Williams
That
or by the
is
Bears.
fake news.
Sure.
I guarantee
But
that was posted
misinformation.
by someone who's picking at 4, 5, or 6 that want to trade up to get that pick.
You got a guy like Caleb Williams who's gonna go number 1 overall, regardless of who it is. If the Bears trade out, if they trade him, whatever,
Sure.
he's not out there trying to get this attitude like I'm hot shit.
Exactly.
He's
But
trying to
it's a
build his
smear.
image and
Yes.
branding. He's not out there saying that.
Yep.
Like,
Exactly.
he's not a Manning whose dad said when he gets drafted, we're not going there
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
pulling out. Nobody does that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Could he go back? Sure. Is he going to? No. They're not good enough. And USC has a ton of players coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it's Lane Kiffin, or not Lane Kiffin. What the hell's his name?
Yeah. The
But
chosen one.
Yeah, they're just going to build
Steve
and bring more
Sarkisian.
people in, but whatever. He's coming.
Yeah.
And the Bears are stupid if they keep Justin Fields and don't draft
I agree.
Caleb.
I
Isn't
agree.
that interesting? I don't think they do. I don't think they take a QB. I think they're going to take Marvin.
They're not going to take Marvin at 1.
No, you trade out at least a 2.
You would hope, right?
Well,
They trade out, right?
You can trade with the Commanders. You can
saying.
trade with the Patriots. One of those teams at 2 or
would
3 or
think.
4 are going to go for them.
Yeah.
You know, and
At least get a third or something. Like,
you're
get
gonna get-
something.
if you
Oh, I
trade
love
number
it.
2, if you trade back one spot, you'll get Washington's first round pick next year as well.
Yeah, I was looking. I thought I screenshotted it because I'd seen this article of because they go by points,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, it's the Jimmy
And
Johnson
it was
points.
basically how the Vikings could get to the number 1 overall. And so it showed us from 11 to 10, 11 to 9, all the way down. And we didn't even have enough points to get to 1.
You know,
Right.
you know what they're saying. I've heard this, and everyone shot it down. So I'm not making rumors.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny. They said that the only way the Vikings could move up
JJ.
is to get rid of JJ in the pack, have a package deal with JJ.
Yep.
That's it. They said that that's the only way a team would even consider.
And the only way you
thinking about
do
it.
that is fucking sign him and trade him because
No, he's still under contract.
Yeah, he's got another year.
Yep, he's still under
yeah,
contract.
but wouldn't the team that you're trading him to want assurances that they have him wrapped up? You know what I mean?
Well, you would just sign it before he reports. He'd have a contract sitting.
sure.
He signed it
It's
before
just
he
a
reports.
fickle thing, and you ain't.
The only way I trade JJ is for the number 1 pick.
But then
I
you
would
al-
trade.
you would
I would
also-
trade JJ to the Bears, see him in my division to get Caleb Williams.
But you'd also be giving up a first and a third with that. So you'd be giving up next year's first and probably the year after 2026's third.
I'll give you next year's first and this year's third if I can keep 11 and 1.
Oh, you're keeping 11? Then no, not a chance in hell. There's
Fuck
no
him.
chance.
Interesting. Yeah, I
Fuck
mean
him.
JJ's worth fucking
If you swapped
gold. You know,
Yeah,
So I get what
exactly.
you're saying. As a franchise, you have to really weigh it. That's why when you hear of Queasy, who is interesting,
He
it's
ain't it.
interesting, and you look at Spielman's first draft because I saw a post with that because everybody's so hard on Queasy's first draft, and they're worried about what's the image, what's the future of this team. This draft is so crucial.
Hi, Matt.
Who is it? The old lady?
Yeah.
That girl. But
See,
yeah,
you're getting
it's very
quality time
interesting.
with him right now, Taylor.
I'm so excited for this draft, for all teams, all the shakeups, all the coaching firings, all the fucking new faces of the franchise in the front offices. Seattle, New England, keep going. Tennessee,
Atlanta.
Chargers.
Yep.
Who else, Greggy?
Vegas.
Vegas.
No, did they get
Yeah,
you
they-
canned him?
Oh,
yeah,
no, wait, no. He's the front runner. I just heard it on the radio on the way here.
Okay,
He's
but
the front
they're
runner,
still looking.
but he's also interviewing for the Titans.
I love him as the Raiders coach.
Yeah, he fits the he fits.
I think
it.
the Raiders is a really tough franchise
By
to
the
take
way-
a coaching.
By the way, I don't care about the whole contract and heir apparent and all that.
Yeah.
Apparently, you don't have to follow the Rooney Rule if you're a black coach. I mean, is
Why?
there like
Oh, because he got hired right
you
away.
got hired right away?
Right.
Now I know that they said that there was a succession plan in
Yeah.
place,
In his contract,
Which
which
Bill
I didn't
Belich-
know about.
which Bill Belichick did not know about
Yeah,
either.
neither
And
did
he's the
Mike.
general manager.
Neither
That's
did Mike. Thanks
insane.
God, because I wanted burger and fries off this
Oh, yeah,
cocksucker.
you sure
but
did.
anyways, isn't that wild?
Thank God I get half off.
Yeah. How
In
did
the clause, you're the heir apparent to Bill Belichick,
And
and,
he didn't
you
know.
keep your lips sealed.
yeah?
You
And-
don't smile. You
and
don't
how do
smirk.
you do that when Bill Belichick's the general manager?
Even better.
Yeah, that's what made it even better.
And for
He had to have known.
for
Yeah.
Robert Kraft to say in the ceremony with Bill that I'm going to be rooting for wherever he goes next,
Yeah.
and except on weeks when they play against the Patriots, and I'm like, where's Bill going? Because I thought Bill was riding off into the sunset.
Here's what's going to happen is if the Eagles lose, I think he becomes the front runner for that job. And if I'm not saying
I
it's
don't
going to
know, they
happen,
love him.
I'm not
They
saying
love
it's going to
that
happen.
fat
But if for some
douche.
reason the Packers pull off a huge upset, I think McCarthy's gone and Belichick's in.
Call me a conspiracy theorist here if you
I'm
want.
calling you. on.
Okay. But
Yeah,
we
I'm
got
calling you.
3 fellas about similar age.
Yeah.
We got Pete Carroll.
Yep.
We got Nick Saban.
Yep.
We got Bill Belichick.
Yep, all in the early
Fossils.
70s.
What was released in January, fellas?
Released in January.
Flight records.
Yes.
I think they went to the island.
No,
I think
that's
they're
great.
I,
That's great.
I think they're
Are
exiting
you
all
that-
this year before those letters
I
that
don't
they
think Bill-
identify
I don't think
everybody
Bill
at.
ever went.
Hey,
I don't know. They look like they
You know
could have
what?
been
Hold
to
on,
the
hold on,
island.
The last time
Island Boys.
the last time this conversation was brought up on a podcast, there was Disney on Disney Crime. So let's not bring that
No,
up.
how about that too? Pat McAfee. And then he brings back the last person to talk to Bill Belichick and it was Aaron Rodgers. Did you see that?
Yeah.
How they said he was suspended? That's wild.
Yeah.
Thank
But that's-
God we have a podcast that makes zero money.
But I
We
mean,
can just say whatever
okay.
we
Yeah,
want.
say what we
In
want. We're
McAfee's
not filtered.
defense,
Greg's our only filter.
in McAfee's defense, you can't go Disney on Disney Crime. You can't take the late night host of an ABC show along, that's also, that and say that stuff on an ESPN network.
Yeah,
That's
well,
Disney
that's
on Disney
Disney.
Crime.
Disney owns everything.
Yeah.
No, I
The
mean, you
prob-
can't even.
Yeah, the problem is that ESPN has some people in the front, up in the high towers, that are very, very woke.
Oh, yeah.
They hate that Pat McAfee got the bundle of money.
Yeah.
And they fired this name and this name.
They had
and this
to.
name
They
and this
fired a
name.
ton to bring him in.
All
Yeah, and
the- they
all
wanted this
all
image.
minorities.
Yeah.
Yes. And they want this image that we're ready to play on both sides of the on the political spectrum. Well, now you got one guy up in the high roost that's trying to sabotage it. And Pat came out before Aaron
Yeah.
and said the guy's name
Yeah.
that's trying to sabotage him.
Yeah.
And then this Aaron, he's hitting the ayahuasca hard.
Oh yeah,
He's out there.
yeah,
bud.
and
He's very conspiracy, and that's fine. He knows way more than we'll ever know when
Yeah.
it comes to all those people. However, just lay low.
he can't get out of his own way.
I know.
Yeah.
He's been better.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's tune it down a little bit. Let's talk about the games this weekend.
Okay,
Ooh,
I
okay.
like that picks. Let's make
Let-
our picks.
let's make it-
We'll
so-
talk
so-
about each game a little bit too.
We will talk about each game.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. I had to talk with all these guys, with both these guys, and with the way that we're doing our show once every 4 to
Month.
5
17
weeks.
years, yeah.
Yeah,
It feels
we're
like
do-
a lot.
We're
of
doing
Yeah,
all
that's
the
great.
we're doing all the playoff games this week.
Yep.
Because the goal is to have a show the Saturday before the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And right now, I'll just be honest, it's close enough where
Sure.
the Super Bowl should matter.
It's
So-
close enough
I
to
can't-
give these guys some hope.
I can't wait for the Maddie Super Bowl party. What
Oh,
year is
yeah,
this?
We got a lot going.
4?
I don't even know. We got to, yeah.
By the way, I won't be there.
Yeah.
Why?
Greg and
Connor
Connor's
has
got
games at
games.
2:00 and
Super
3
Bowl
o'clock on
Sunday.
Sunday. On Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh my God, Greg.
Connor's pissed.
well, I would call
I-
it sick. I'd call it sick.
No, hey, we're undefeated.
You will win all the games and let that one go to the other team. That's what you do. You go undefeated and take the last loss
No,
and
no.
tell the
Hey,
kids
Hey,
perfection is earned. We didn't earn it.
Yeah,
this
it's
year.
just not the same.
Yeah.
You already missed the New Year's. Well, so did I, because Matt was sick.
yeah, I didn't
Oh
miss
my
anything.
God. Now everybody's still falling. Mike's
God.
still dodging the
I didn't
flag.
miss
dude.
anything. From day one, I was going to the game.
Yeah, I didn't.
You threw the
You should have
audible.
went to the last White Hope, dude. You could have spent $600 on 3 points.
Okay,
All right,
Here we
game
go.
1.
so wait, don't
no,
you want to
yeah,
hear? Don't you
well,
want to hear the results?
Yes, Jesus.
Oh, I don't need to hear it. I know where I'm at.
No, you don't.
How?
Yeah, I don't share this with you guys.
I understand, but I know where
He
I'm at.
doesn't.
So-
Why?
In fourth place,
Matt,
GBG,
Oh,
4-3-1.
Craigie.
4-3-1.
That's because you
Tied for second
Yep.
is Mike and John
Yeah.
at 6-2-1.
Yeah, you're right there, bud.
Matt is at
6-2-1.
7-1-1.
Yeah.
By the way, we all went 2-1-0 last week or last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no
Top
one.
of the leaderboard, Matty Benz. Okay,
So here we
coming
go.
for him.
Oh,
Elite-
shit.
One game.
Okay. By the
Elite
way,
football mind.
I'll call myself out. I'm a fucking idiot. I even have written here in my notes, episode 84, and all the games underneath
Yeah.
it. See, when you have 4 kids,
Oh, here we go, dude. 4 kids. Yeah.
Greg, we
dude.
rely on your brain
I know.
to track
I-
information for us.
I
So
know,
when
I-
I
I
come
let
to
you
you
down.
with something, I expect it to be right.
I'm shit.
It's all
I'm
right.
apologizing.
I forgive you, dude.
All right, here we go.
It's your
Game 1.
Browns minus 2.5.
At home.
No, Texans at Houston.
All right,
Okay.
explain.
Brown-
Oh,
Browns-
wait, no. Wait, no, yeah, they're because the Texans won the division, so they're a home game.
Okay. And Cleveland's a wild card. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
They're
one's
five seed.
Okay.
this one is very tough for me.
By the way, just so everyone knows, I sent the picks out to John on Thursday, so I'm using those lines. One of
Good.
these games, I won't say
That's
say
fine.
what.
Yeah.
One of the games did move a point
Sure.
from Thursday into this morning.
That's fine.
So
Yeah.
Browns minus 2.5 over
Yep.
the Texans.
2.5 over the Texans. With Big Dick Flacco taking snaps. He's been dealing.
I'm gonna go first on everyone.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm going last then.
fine.
Okay. I thought you meant you're going with first team on everyone. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm gonna pick first
okay,
for
go
everyone.
ahead, yeah. I'd like to
And I already
see where-
got John, so
CJ's gonna get his first playoff win.
Houston.
Mikey going Houston.
I'm going Houston just because I want them to win.
I want him to win.
Yeah,
too.
dogs.
Bad.
Dogs don't deserve it.
And
No.
Daly and I are going Browns.
Yeah, see, Browns
Okay,
is
that's
where my
fine.
head goes.
That's
I'm going
fine.
hard.
That's fine.
I'm
I
going
think
hard.
Houston's gonna be that place is gonna be
Well,
Left
you
hand
know,
again.
you're not going to find a bigger CJ fan than me.
yeah.
You know, so but
that whole team
and-
and that defense is real.
They
the
are.
coaching staff's real.
They are.
And
The trouble they're gonna run into is all their
Myles
hurt
Garrett.
receivers and that Cleveland defense.
They got
Yeah.
Nathan.
It's gonna be hard, but we're gonna. Hey, what did
Nico.
CJ do against Georgia?
lit him.
oh yeah,
Lit them up when it mattered.
He's a big
Let's
player.
go.
Let's go.
and I need to make up a couple of games. So
That's all right. I
Yeah.
like that.
All right.
all right, next game, the Chiefs -4.5 over the Dolphins in quite possibly the coldest game
Yeah,
anyone.
I'm
could ever-
going Patty at home in the cold. As Greg told me when we walked in, Tua apparently doesn't even own a sweatshirt.
Yes.
I don't trust people like that. It's hoodie season. Let's go, Chiefs.
Mikey or Matty.
He wants Miami.
I know he does. He's trying to find a way
I
to
know.
justify it to himself.
I think they could probably do it. I don't think they will, but they could probably do it.
I mean, it's 4.5, which is a quick lead, and then run Achan. You know, because Mostert's
No,
not playing.
Achan is not. He ain't gonna be able to do it. I got more faith in a banged up Pacheco. I'll go with Kansas City.
Okay, that
Pacheco-
game's
Pacheco will go for 102.
102 in a touch.
No, 102 tutties.
Oh.
Yeah,
All right, we all went
100%.
Chiefs on that one.
good.
So
Okay, that's a good
next
wash.
one.
I like that.
hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good game to
Yeah.
wash. I hope the Buffalo one's a wash.
So we got the
Should be.
Bills
but Bills. You
Minus-
don't even have to tell me the spread.
Yeah, Bills.
minus
fine.
Bills.
-10.
Whoa, is it?
Yeah,
No.
it's -10. That's,
What?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's-
I still go with
I'm
it.
still going with
Yeah,
them.
you gotta.
Okay,
win.
so-
I want them to win.
Pittsburgh's
13 to
terrible.
nothing.
They're terrible.
I've got the -30 under 35.
I'm going Steelers.
You
I don't
got
think,
to.
I don't think they cover the spread. TJ Watt's out. I don't think they can stop the run.
They're-
James
you got-
Cook's gonna
They're
have,
gonna
a
have 2
huge
feet of
day.
snow. I don't know if there's going to be 10 points scored in the game.
If you
total.
don't think the Bills Mafia is going to be out there scraping that
Oh,
field,
absolutely.
they're going to be picking up flakes
It's going to be
off the
Oh,
grass.
Yeah.
I agree with,
with
you.
the comb
Yeah,
for James. In
No.
James, we trust. I get what you're
yeah,
saying.
no,
Grady.
and you need to make up ground.
I
so
just don't think
that spread helps you
Yes.
a lot, and the weather.
Yeah,
so yeah, it's a good
Because
game
I'll-
to flip it because
Because I'll tell you right now, that game was the one I was talking about.
Sure.
It went down to 8.5,
Yeah.
but that's what I used for daily.
yeah,
that's
no,
fine.
that's fine.
So you're the only one that picked. You're the only one that went with.
Steelers.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So okay, now we got Cowboys -7.5.
I hate
Packers.
that.
Yeah. Se-
Cowboys. I think
You're
they win
taking the
by 2
boys?
scores. Yeah. Just because. At
Yeah.
home, they're just so electric.
you picked before Mike did. Mike openly said at
That's
the beginning
fine.
of this segment that
I
he's
did.
taking
that's
first.
fine.
He's not a good
Mike's
listener.
world. Mike's world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're all just living in it.
Yeah.
I'm going with the boys too. I don't think the Packers have
There
a
you go,
shot in
Greggy.
hell.
Go ahead. Take them. Take them, Greggy. Do it, dude.
So did Daly.
You might as well.
Daly and I
Cowboys?
both. Daly and I know.
Oh,
Daly and I
we're
both
back.
took the Packers.
Good for you guys.
Yeah, 7.5's a lot.
Yeah, and you guys got to make up ground.
Yeah.
You knew there were some games where you'd have to pick.
And now this is the one. This is the one that's going to put us. I think this is going to be the one that's going to put us at the wins/losses/
Ties?
3. It's the Lions are 3-point favorites over the Rams at Detroit. And then after you guys answer this and give me your picks, I got a question to ask you about this game.
I'm going Detroit. It makes me real nervous because Stafford, that dude's a beast.
A revenge game.
Well, it's a revenge for both of them. But I just think Goff reminds me of a little bitch. And Stafford is the one that would like smack him around. But I just love Detroit this year, even
Yeah, and I
without
think
my
Detroit-
boy Laporta.
And I think Detroit is so good against the run that Kieran gets shut down. Rams.
Maddie's taking the
So
Rams.
this game
Based
will
on playoff
decide.
experience. I'm going with the Rams.
Matt's taking the Rams. Daly's taking the Rams. Mike and I are taking the Lions. Now here's my question. Go ahead.
So Maddie and I were exact on everything.
Yep.
So depending on how John and I differentiate, let's just say Matt and I are geniuses.
Yep.
Which
I am. Yeah.
believe it.
Yeah.
that game
Felon too.
is either going to put them up 2 and call it.
Yep.
Or we're going to
Yeah,
be tied going into the
Or
bowl.
we're gonna split the $0 in the pot. Yeah.
Yep.
But it's Super Bowl could be a determining factor.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be.
So here's my question.
Yeah.
This
No.
is brought up on Sports Talk Radio. Yes, I want to know what you guys think. If you are a Lions fan, are you allowed to wear a Matthew Stafford jersey, Lions jersey to the game?
No.
I agree.
100% not.
Yeah.
Wait,
You're
hold
playing
on.
against them.
If
Yeah.
you're a Stafford fan,
If you're
No,
a
if you're a
Lions fan,
can you? Oh,
yeah, if you're a Lions fan and you have,
sure. I think honestly, the fans loved him.
oh, and no, and
As you should. If I was a Lions fan, I would have a
I don't- I
Stafford
think- I
jersey
think
in the
he-
closet, but you pull out your Amon-Ra,
Yeah.
you pull out your
Sure, but I
Laporta,
think there
and
will
you
be,
rep your team. Of course there will
Will
be.
there be a round of applause? Of course. Right?
Oh, yeah.
As there should be, but
he's
you
been
don't
before-
wear the jersey.
Yes.
Before the game?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
and I
I
think
was wondering.
and I think the first time he runs on the field, they're going to give him a respectful clap. He's been saying everything
should.
right this
Yeah.
week.
And,
Yeah.
and him and his wife are both salt of the earth.
Yeah, and I mean,
they're
his,
great people.
yeah, his wife is still
Yeah.
like a member of that community.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to, you're a part of a
Oh,
franchise for a
man.
decade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got an important phone call, Greggy?
No, I'm
Good.
looking at the last line.
Spreads. Yeah.
Eagles minus
Oh, we had
3.
another one.
The class.
Eagles minus 3 over the Buccaneers.
Eagles.
What's going on with them?
I don't know, but it's the Bucks. They'll
No,
figure
I
it out.
understand, but Baker's dealing.
Yeah, but Baker's hurt.
The defense is good. Baker's had enough.
All right,
time.
take him.
Hold on, I'm just.
Take him. Matt with the
Ah,
Bucks, I
what's
think
the
he
spread?
said.
3.
3.
You go 3 for Philly. God, it's tough though, Greg.
I'm looking right now at the whole thing. So this is honestly the only reason why I wrote this down. Because I never write it down. I'll just watch the episode again.
Yeah.
The other reason why I wrote it down is I'm like, can I make up enough points when we get the
Yeah,
last
yeah,
game?
yeah, I know, yeah. Go
I'm go-
ahead.
Carry the 2.
I'm going Eagles too.
I do think could be the upset of the first round.
Well,
Good for Baker.
the
to be honest,
trajectories.
good for Baker.
Oh yeah.
I like him, dude, and
But
that's
see,
just
he's
one of those
he's an
instances, Greggy.
he's an example
One
of
of
what
those
we were
instances.
talking about earlier.
Feed him
you,
to the dogs.
You
literally.
put him on a
They
shit
fed
franchise.
him to the dogs.
Yep.
Just like every 5 QBs before him.
Yep.
You feed him to the dogs because you got no play.
And that's all of them.
That's all.
I'm going to Vegas a day too late.
Yeah, you are. When I
No,
tell you yesterday on the phone,
To be
like,
honest with you, you probably aren't.
Mike
'Cause
is
all
going
these
at
weather games. You shouldn't be betting. this
No.
week. You should.
Oh, I mean, you take the
Over
under.
unders.
You take the under.
If you got him early enough. Yeah.
But no, like I told Mike yesterday, like you're going at the perfectly wrong time because he's
Sure.
going to get in late enough tomorrow,
Where I
where the
can't
games
do
are over,
anything.
and you're going to leave before the next week's games.
That's all right.
Well,
I
and
said.
it's kind of a double-edged sword, bittersweet, right? So I brought some cheddar to play with. Obviously, I'm going to Vegas.
You got an envelope full of cash.
But we fly in tomorrow. We get in, 5:30ish.
Yep.
Get to the hotel, get settled, whatever, go grab some dinner. Night's done.
Yeah.
Register for everything Monday. So my boss, we are registered for a mixer like Monday night.
Yep.
Couple hour deal.
Tito's and soda.
And then so again, we're going to a trade show for work.
Yep.
There's 2,500 vendors.
That's a
Yeah.
lot.
So this
That's
thing,
like the one that you went to.
it's
Greggy.
put
Yeah.
on at the Mandalay Bay. It's for my industry. This is the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right. So there's parties, there's things planned by all these different vendors throughout the week.
swag everywhere.
And yeah, so we got a little, cocktail mixer at House of Blues in the Mandalay Bay Monday night.
Yep.
Then there's a party at the House of Blues Tuesday from like 8 to 11 that we're signed up for.
Yep.
Wednesday is when we're going as a group to a planned event from my owner. So probably a show. We're in Vegas. Let's
Yep.
be
Cirque du
real.
Soleil.
Yep.
And
Garth Brooks.
then we fly out Thursday. So my main nights are kind of spoken for,
Yeah.
where I'd go, hit, and I'll, there's
Yeah.
going to be some time I can
Yeah, you're gonna
walk
sneak
down to
out
the
of it.
pisser and go throw $100 down on
Mike's
the table.
Mike's gonna be like Chevy Chase in Vegas Vacation.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Heads,
turns the
heads.
corner. Turns the corner.
Heads.
Red.
It's gonna head down to the Golden Nugget and
Yeah.
play
You know,
rock
and-
paper scissors with
And
Earl.
for as much as I'm addicted to in my, life, it's never been gambling,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm going to throw some cheese down.
As you should, dude. What I would highly suggest is to go pick 4 random teams to win March Madness. Like some teams that are fairly good this
No.
year. Just right off the trust me. Put 5 on 4
I
different
like
teams.
instant gratification, so I don't want to wait.
Well, then go ahead and take a stroll outside of the casino. Find some girls hanging out some flyers. They're gonna have some numbers on that.
Yeah, then you're
They're
gambling.
gonna take you around the town, escort you around town for a night.
Yeah, and then talk about gambling. You don't
And
know what you're
then
coming home with.
You let her know, hey, if she needs some apparel, you're the guy.
So I didn't
You
even
know?
tell you when we went to Vegas
The last thing they need
I'm
is a
probably
apparel.
glad you didn't tell me.
the last time. All
Yeah.
right, so they got everybody on the streets of Vegas,
Yeah,
right?
Ping, Ming.
No,
Sean,
but
yeah,
I mean,
you
they
know
got
that.
the flyer guys. They got Iron Man's walking
Yep.
around.
Oh,
they got the
yeah.
Cowboys. They
Yeah,
have the
Tin Man.
cops.
Yeah, he's out
So we're walking,
there. Kooks.
and it's John, Sarah, and I, and these two hotties
Yeah.
wearing barely nothing.
Yep.
Have a whip and handcuffs.
Yep.
And so they get Sarah, right?
Yep.
And they handcuff her, and they're spanking her ass, and they're whipping her, and John's videoing. And they get done, and they told John,
Yeah,
"Yeah, that'll
$100.
be $100."
Yeah, that's $100. What do you think it's not?
And he goes, "What?" And I'm like, "John, they got you.
Yeah.
Once you're cuffed and spanked,
Yep.
that costs money. What do you think they're
You're
out here
taking
doing?
their
Yeah.
time.
They're
John, with money.
hustling.
Yeah.
They're entertainers. Yeah.
Do you think this is
John
like a
throw him a
freebie
bet?
for something?
No. I think they got. I think he threw 40-1, and then the other one's like, "What about me?" And he's like, "What about you? Split it."
Golly, yeah. You
But
gotta be
he got
careful.
early.
I'm glad you saw that. You visualized.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
they're
you
they're
know.
hustling. They
Oh,
got to
they're
get their money.
hustling, All right.
So yeah, when I go, maybe send me some easy bets
Oh yeah.
that I can just
because
throw 50
those are
down,
the thing.
make
Yeah.
40. Yeah, there are.
Just like the guy that put down 30 grand on the Jacksonville Jaguars to win the division because that's easy money.
Yeah.
now
At the
with
beginning of the
CJ.
year
Yeah.
because he saw the division.
Well, yeah, you don't know CJ's gonna do
And you don't
CJ
know-
things.
Yeah, it's just funny.
Yep.
I love it. Those are the picks.
Those are the picks.
Our picks are in.
Picks
I
are in.
like that. Okay,
So-
that's good.
What else is going on?
Well, it's a new year,
Yeah, it is.
so we dove through Christmas.
Yep.
Christmas was good.
Yep.
Then we got the new year.
Yep.
Do you guys do resolutions? So I talked to the kids about resolutions.
I like that you're bringing this up because today is actually give up day. Did you know that?
I did.
Today is the
Did not.
highest rate of people to give up on their New Year's resolutions. 80% of them, I heard this on the radio this morning, 80% have already given it up by today.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah. What are
So-
we?
13th.
The 13th.
I
Yeah. So
didn't
you're
have-
basically 2 weeks in. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a good run.
Yeah.
I didn't have a
I tried.
resolution this year because usually it's health related and I got a jump start on that.
And you are a
so
pillar of health.
I'm just trying. Well, fuck. I'm trying, Greggy. But yeah, just staying consistent. So no, I didn't have a resolution.
Mike, what
was
do you got?
yours?
What do you? Well, Mike was telling a story.
Yeah. No. So
You brought
I
up the
don't.
kids.
I brought up the kids just
great.
mainly for Layla.
Yep.
And for school because she's struggled.
She's doing good now, though.
She is doing good. She earned gymnastics back.
That's
Okay.
I like to
We're
see.
Proud
actually
of you.
going
Proud of
today.
you, Layla.
We're going today when we get back in town. They're open till 1:30.
Sign up.
Get her signed up for the next session.
Nice.
But yeah, I just wanted them to know, it's goal orientated, long term, short term. It was basically to just throw in her head, let's make some goals, blah
Yeah.
blah blah.
Love that.
I'm not a resolution guy via New Year. Like Matt,
Yep.
I made goals last year
Yep.
that I'm continuing on.
that you stuck with.
Yeah, that I stuck with, that I,
Yeah.
that are just personal goals, not this is a new year. Things are going to be different. blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
Yep. Yep. Blah, blah, blah. Yep. Yep.
No,
So
and-
I typically let, God steer the wheel of my life. I do have, I think I'm going to maybe cut off women. That might be something.
Yeah. Let's
Whoa.
save that for Lent.
Whoa.
Let's just try short term.
Yeah, we
on
might
that
just,
one. Let's save that for Lent.
We might just try and just cut that off. Maybe God will.
You should really
God'll
go play
provide
the
a
other
good-
side of the field. That's what you should do. You're right.
yeah,
there.
there's
You
a
look
larger
great.
population of
Yeah,
available talent.
You would crush over there, dude. Kidding me? Bear would take you right in.
I'm thinking maybe I want to take, which sounds crazy because I'm busy, but I think I need to take on something else.
Oh, I like that because I actually did have a commitment, Greg.
I need
I
to.
did.
I need
Yeah.
to take on whether it's maybe go, a meeting once a month. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm lacking
Superpowers.
spiritually,
Yep.
even though I go to church regularly. I just, that pink cloud buzz, like for so long. I mean, that's been gone. I mean, let's face it, we're 6 years next month.
Yeah.
That's even more.
Yep.
And I feel great. My life's great. Like things are great, but I just feel like I need to take on something else. And I don't know what that
I like
is.
that.
I think God will again show me what that is.
Yep.
Whether that's, meetings or something at church, or maybe it is a relation, whatever. Like I need something to help fill the cup up some more.
Yep.
Would it be
And
fair to say,
give him back or whatever?
Yep.
would it be fair to say that you don't have a resolution? You have a commitment to yourself to leave yourself spiritually open to whatever God wants.
I
you
like
to
that.
Yeah.
But yes.
Because I'm with you. Because so
we talked about this.
For those of you who don't know, I was in the hospital. What was
boy.
it? 3-4 weeks ago. I have AFib. So my
and
heart.
3 months ago.
My
We're
heart.
praying for it.
No, it was in March.
I can't lose Greg.
So here's the thing. So my heart was beating 180 times a minute. I'm on medication now, et cetera, et cetera. So what I made a commitment to myself and my wife is I'm no longer, not a resolution, but more of a commitment is
yes.
I'm not going to internalize everything anymore. I'm not going to I'm not going to continuously feel like if there's a problem in this world, I'm the only one that can solve it.
Greg CD.
Yeah. And it's like, because at the time my wife was working
I get
3
it.
nights a week.
Yes.
And I did not want to have any of the 4 kids suffer with their lives based on our schedule. So
Yeah.
I was, from the time I woke up in the morning till the time it was 10 o'clock at night, it was you here,
Solution.
you. I was solutions driven.
Yes.
And it almost cost me, my sanity. So now what I'm doing is I'm more open. We're talking to each other more about
Good.
where we're struggling, where we need help. And it's going fan-freaking-tastic. There's obviously growing pains with it.
Yeah.
But I found that the best way, and I'm joking about the beginning of the show, but I found that the best way to communicate is not to say to kids or any adult is, I can do this. It's, no, this is what I can do. Can you fit into that?
And it's just healthiest
Yeah.
in every relationship is to be fully transparent.
Yeah,
Right.
because we didn't know.
100%.
I mean, honestly, Becky's been having back problems.
Yes.
I have heart problems. We never talked to each other about was any of this stress related.
Yes.
Once we got it out in the open, we're both on the mend.
Yes.
And
so many relationships take and internalize, like you were, Greggy, or like I always do, is because we love our significant others or whoever, moms. Yeah. We love our parents so much that we don't want to burden them with something else.
Yes.
Because we feel they already have so much on their plate and we're so proud of them for taking on what they already have that we feel like it's our job as men or as the breadwinner or whatever to take on that responsibility.
Exactly.
And that's not fair because we need to allow the other person to offer.
Yes.
Beautiful, Greggy. I'm proud of you.
So
That's
Matt,
good.
now that I talked about my health,
Yeah.
I will let you have the floor.
Well, no, it's a shot. It's tough, man. That's the hardest part about a lot of these people. And that's why 80% of people quit.
Yeah.
On any kind of commitment that they have is because they can't see a light at the end of the tunnel. And all I can say is just for anybody, start slow, slowly build habits, slowly build positive habits. And then you'll realize, holy fuck, I can change.
Yeah.
Do I still want, I still look at myself in the mirror and I still see Big Matt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they talk about body dysmorphia and they talk about, how many women go through it. And it's like, the goals are there, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're broke and you can't go do whatever, little things.
Well, and that's true. When I was at my lowest, I remember the best shape I was probably in was probably at Batch Olympics.
Yep.
And I look and I'm like, fuck, I could have still lost a ton of weight. Like,
sure. And you saw yourself as losing more weight where everyone else was like, holy fuck, dude. Mike's lost fucking 80 pounds in fucking 3 months.
It wasn't.
I know it wasn't, but it felt like it.
When I sent you guys that picture, which was right around that time, you looked like almost like you were emaciated. I mean, you looked almost sick.
That's what I'm saying.
But I wasn't. I wasn't. I know you weren't. But that's just what we see in ourselves. When we see ourselves, there was times where I had been up for a week. Okay, 155 pounds. You could see my ribs, but I would take selfies in the mirror and post them on Facebook with sunken cheeks, high as fuck on meth, because I thought I was
crushing it.
Yeah.
I swore I was cut up. No, you saw my ribs because I was malnourished.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's different. And now you're at a whole different level of health because of your journey.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
it's
great.
It is baby steps.
All of you guys, not only that, but how proud I am of you two of both being on. We've talked about it already, but new career paths. You know, this is a great year.
That's what's fun about this year
Yes.
too, is it's like, okay, I started kind of at the tip of the end of
Yep.
the year, and now I get to focus full year,
Yeah.
build on it. By the end of the year, you know, that's when, you know, hopefully I've established my client base again, commitments, goals,
Yeah.
long-term stuff.
It is funny how you and I
Yep.
share very similar
Oh, yeah.
clean dates.
Yep.
We both decided to go off on our own, living independently at roughly the same time within 2 weeks of each other.
Yeah.
And we both started new careers at pretty much within 2 weeks of each other.
Yeah.
And all of it was random. It's not like you and I ever sat down and said, hey, let's
Oh.
get new jobs.
Do you know
Or-
how hard it is for a guy like me to pull the strings and make that happen, dude? Think about that,
course.
dude.
You had to wait for it.
Can you
Like
change
the
the title of the
mainstream
show?
media. I got Fox
Yeah,
News.
Matt's world.
I got CNN. I'm just pulling the. No, you guys did great.
Okay, I got to ask you guys something.
Yeah.
So my mentor, my trainer for
Yeah.
my job is a big brain activity guy. He loves to learn about how the brain works.
Yeah. Okay.
Tell me if you guys believe this. 90 to 95% of people,
Yep.
when they are tuning down their night and try to fall asleep,
Yep.
go to sleep imagining their life in a better scenario. So they dream
Holy
about what they
fuck.
want their life to be. Do you think
That's
90 to 95
horrible.
90 to 95% of people will fall asleep thinking that?
Oh
And
my-
Here's the funny thing.
That's a fact.
oh my
because- well, I'm
God.
sure that they've done a
still,
lot of
I
surveys.
bet.
And now here's this.
Wow.
40, just under 50%. They said 40 to
Well-
45% of those people will imagine a scenario that involves a genie or wishes.
Yes. And you know why that is, Greggy? Because now that I really think about the world
Mhm.
and the population of the world, the majority of people are not
Happy.
in good situations.
They're not happy.
No,
they're
that's
not in good
true.
situations. So that's why I could see that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's so much poverty, so much bad shit in the world that, yeah, okay.
But I mean, it's like, I mean,
Yeah.
it can be something as goofy as I wish I could win the lottery
Sure.
to, I wish I could go back in time
Yep.
and fix what I didn't. It's goofy scenarios
I
like
get
that.
Hearing that makes me feel really good about
Good, it
myself.
should.
Yeah.
It should.
Because you know how I end my night?
Sleep.
Praying for others.
Yeah.
Good, I love that too.
Yeah.
You know, I do my 10-step
10-step,
prayer to
yep,
this
yep.
day, reflection of my day, what I could have done better. We've talked about this 100 times
Yep.
to where, I did it last night. I snapped on Layla because she asked me the same thing 10 times in a row,
Oh yeah.
and I lost my shit.
Ice cream.
No, it was they got new iPads for Christmas. She was at, they're super happy. They can call their
Yeah.
sister Ava. It was just whatever. I snapped on her. And I went and sat back down. I started my show and I paused it
Felt
immediately. And
Yep.
I walked back in there and I apologized to her. Right. Because I'm not too big to apologize to my 7-year-old daughter. I made a mistake. I expect the same things for them. We're human, right?
Yep.
It's how we recover, how we
Oh,
rebound. We're not judged on,
Are
our
you guys
mistakes.
listening? I hope you guys at home are listening to this because fucking A.
yeah.
This is just a reflection on me once again. Golly, jeepers.
But it's just
Oh,
so yeah.
keep
So
going.
at night,
keep going.
I like to just end it, reflect, push it away so that I can start fresh the next day,
Yeah.
right? But then, like even with the relationship with my dad,
Sure.
it's done. I still pray
Sure.
for Dan,
Yeah.
Right?
Good, as you should.
and I pray for the people in my life that are struggling.
Yep.
I just that's what I do, and that's how I that's my decompression. I pray, just hey, just
Yeah.
to keep that connection.
Yeah.
Right. And and then typically the fan, breezes on me and
You
I,
fall
I
out.
drift away. But yeah, I mean, I don't waste my time on genies and wishes and bullshit.
Yeah.
I live in reality.
Yeah.
I completely understand the statistics because most people just, it took a while to get
Yeah.
to that point.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah,
what I
'cause
just think about.
Yeah, because I mean, I go to sleep similarly the same way you do. It's like I reflect on my day. What good happened today that I can carry into tomorrow? What do I need to work on tomorrow that I kind of struggled with today?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And what you find, like you just said, when you pray for other people, you find that what you struggle with
Mhm.
and what you want to improve on always involves a relationship with someone else. I never think to myself, I have to be nicer to myself. I'm good with that. What I always think is, hey, did I communicate this well to
Sure.
this person? Was I fair to this person?
Yeah.
What family, friend, coworker, whatever.
Yeah.
So you just find yourself, in that regard.
Well,
is
yeah, and
juicy.
you just got to look at life. My mom's going through a divorce. Anything in my life right now doesn't compare to that.
Yes.
I have a good friend who's our age who's fighting cancer
Yeah.
for her life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything that I have dealing with is nothing compared to that. So
and that's
it
what
it brings me back.
And that's why I constantly, when I'm
know.
having a bad day, when I'm in my bread truck cussing at some fucking idiot that cut me off in traffic,
Yep.
I get mad and I freak out and I start cussing. And then I think right away in my head, I say, you better get grateful or he will make you get grateful.
Yeah.
And it is so true. The people that think that you don't know what you have until it's gone. And you better look around and focus on what you have and not what you don't have, because that's the only way you're going to find happiness, and no one's going to bring happiness to you.
Exactly.
That's it. So go
Boom.
get it. It's
Yep.
2024. Hopefully there's a new president and we can just
Which, by the way, this will be the last thing I say.
Yeah.
My thing is, here's the way I look at the election. I'm not going to tell anyone who to vote for or what political party to
Yeah.
support. However, there are two political parties in this country mainly.
Yep.
One of them is unanimously and completely against the idea of biological men competing against women in collegiate sports.
Yes.
The other one is either supportive of it or indifferent to it, where they won't do anything to stop it.
Yep.
If you vote for the political party that either supports it or just doesn't do anything to try to fix it, is okay with it, you're not my friend. I'm
God,
sorry.
we almost ended
was-
so
God,
strong.
it was so juicy. That literally what we're saying is that, it's okay that you're a Dem,
Really?
but ask yourself,
I don't think that's what Greg just said.
no, it is. All right. I got a story. All right.
I'll support a Democrat that says,
hold on.
I don't want biological men.
I can say this, and I had lunch this week with a friend of mine.
No
He's
names.
a far left Dem. Okay. And we went out to lunch, and it's packed lunch hour, and we're talking, and all of a sudden we get on politics, and he starts going down a rabbit hole of this, and I say, well, that's completely false because there's proof that didn't happen. And my brother, I love him, says, I'm not brainwashed. That I'm brainwashed because I believe that whatever instance was a house. What's up, big dog?
How you doing?
Welcome to the podcast. Say hi.
No.
Say hi live right here, baby. You're live with the folks, baby.
USPS.
Support them, baby. That's
Yeah.
right.
In
Have a
his
good day.
shorts,
Yeah,
Minnesota.
no big deal.
The
Let's
dude's
go.
wearing
But
But
shorts.
yeah, I'm just saying, I had political indifferences and it got heated, and I almost started raising my voice, and then I said, I grabbed his hand across the table and I said, brother, I love you regardless of what you think. Just do your own research, regardless of what side of the fence you're on. Don't listen to the news outlets. Go to the facts. Go to the actual court, public record facts. Watch the videos open to the public. Don't trust clips. Do your research. That's it. Boom.
Yeah, but trust twist.
And vote right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Woo!